Here comes Kaya's battle. Boom! Right up the middle, and he is gonna go! Then spin up
And we welcome you here to the Morris Street Gym in New York, New York for some high school volleyball live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network as the Léman Bulls host the LREI Knights. Simon Rosenwasser here with you. Glad you could join us as the energy is building here inside the Morris Street Gym as we are anticipating a great battle between the Bulls and the Knights. The latter stages of the regular season for both teams. The final home regular season matchup for the Léman Bulls. They honored Catherine Harvey before the game, the lone senior for Léman. And a final cheer before they break to do battle against these LREI Knights. Christina Pierre, the head coach for Léman Manhattan. As Léman has taken the floor. Léman coming in, they're 4-4 on the year. LREI they're just behind Léman in the standings for the ISAL, the Independent School Athletic League. 3-4 LREI and 4-4 for Léman. Both right towards the middle of the standings, where Brooklyn Friends sits atop with a 9-0 record in league play. And we are ready to roll here. It'll be LREI on serve first with Stella. And now LREI will set up here. A hit from the front row, and the first kill goes to Margaret, number 5, up in the middle. One of the go-to players for this Knights team. And they feed her at the start of this one. And the Knights take an early 1-0 lead. Into the net it goes off the hands of Léman, and a 2-0 Knights lead here in the early going. Marissa Proenza last to touch that one for the Bulls. As fans and parents file into the Morris Street Gym, good crowd on hand. And we're glad you could join us here. A good start here for LREI. 3 in a row to begin this match. With Stella still on serve for the Knights. Good swing there in the front row, defended by LREI. Catherine Moses went down to dig for Léman, but more good work at the front for four to nothing. And out of bounds it goes, and Léman is on the board for the first time. Sometimes it just takes that first side out. Get some momentum going in the right direction for the Bulls. It'll be Olivia Maswell on serve to start for Léman. And in the front row for the Bulls, Zora Hemmings along with Catherine Harvey. Serve goes out of bounds. Also in the front row is Marissa Proenza, but the serve went out of bounds, and the score 5-1. Zora Hemmings now on serve. Again, it's Margaret. Run down by Léman. It'll have to be a long free ball, and they do get it over. Good battle here in this point. They're going to call a violation against LREI, so point to Léman. The swing for Catherine Harvey. Good strong swing from Grace of LREI. And then a double hit called on the side of Léman, and the score 6-3 here in set number 1. Jump serve there, goes up the line, defended by the Bulls. And bumped over free by Grace of the Knights. Good swing, but defended. Léman did not get that point down. Knights get another chance. And this one goes out of bounds. Good long rally there. To make it 6-4. Shallow serve just gets over the net. And Léman within one now. Emma Bektesovic the serve. And good hustle as guiding it over the net was Catherine Moses. And gets through Moses. And Léman scrambling well. They've really found their footing here in point number 12. Oh, great hands there. And the Bulls really making LREI work, though that time it's bumped a little strong out of bounds. But great work by a number of Bulls. Most recently including Zora Hemmings with good hands and good reaction time. There's Hemmings bumping this one to start the sequence. And a strong swing there from Catherine Moses, but the Knights are able to get it back over. Flat-footed from the libero to the far corner. And once again, it's Moses. Back row, it's Margaret there providing the defense. One more look here. Good swing in the front by Moses. And Margaret's pass a little too far in front of her teammate. And the Bulls have come back to tie it up. So 3 points in a row to start for LREI here in set number 1. The Bulls have won 7 of the next 10. Make it 8 of 11. One more look at the serve. Make it 10-7. The Bulls on a run, and LREI gonna let this one play out. Here's a recent look at the most recent serve. Make it 10-7. Still with Marissa Proenza doing the work from behind the service line. LREI scrambles to get it across. And bumped over the head of Vittoria Fornari. As this point will go to the Knights. They're back on the board. Big side out for LREI. We'll put Alexa on serve. Her team down by 2. Bumps right back across. Fornari, she's denied. Net, Fornari yet again, the big body up in the front doing work. We get one more look at the swing. Not once. She was blocked back the first time, and then a good stuff by herself. Well done. There's Proenza who goes up the line with it. And Grace of the Knights plays it back over to the Léman side. A little miscommunication on the side of the Bulls, but they do scramble to get it across. Another one shoved deep. There's Proenza who is there and then slammed home for a kill. One more look here. Great swing up in the front. Again, it's Fornari. And a timeout is called, 12-8. In favor of the Léman Bulls. We're going to look at some recent replays, some of the points from first set so far. The score 13-8. Good swing from the far side. That was courtesy of Catherine Moses. And then a great serving sequence for the Bulls, as Marissa Proenza was doing good work from behind the service line. They continued to win points with her. And then a couple good points from Fornari, including this one where she stayed with it. And then is able to get the stuff. And then the one sending us into timeout, Fornari slamming it home for a kill. Back to live action, 13-8 the score, and out of the timeout, we are now in play. Off the ceiling, the Bulls able to scramble and play it over. Nicely done. There's Proenza, who started the sequence with the dig and then shoved it over free. This one gets deep and it will be in play for LREI. Had to make the decision in the back row, the libero and Leela Yang. And that one fell right on the paint. So tough one there, but the score 13-9. Fought off. And over it comes. Great job there as over the head of Harvey. She gets the kill down, 14-9. So Vittoria Fornari on serve. Check that last kill was for Olivia Maswell of Léman. And a long point here with the Bulls up by 5 in set number 1. Fornari keeps it alive, and it just missed the basketball backboard near the ceiling. Good volleyball here. Another long point, both teams scrambling defensively. And it ends with a miss hit off the arms of Zora Hemmings. Good battle there, a great point indeed between Léman and LREI. Strong serve punched over, it turns into an ace for the Knights. Strong swing from the front, it's Margaret. And LREI now on a run within 1 point. Here in set number 1 with Stella back on serve. She started the match behind the service line. Good hustle from Léman, but unable to handle the Stella serve. 14-14 and a timeout called by Léman Manhattan. So we'll go over the Bulls' recent schedule. They defeated Bay Ridge Prep back on October 7th, 3-0. Lost to the Garden School a few days before that by a 3-0 score. Churchill School beat them 3-0. Lost to Brooklyn Friends 0-3. And Brooklyn Friends at the top of the standings. They'll have the championship game coming up next week. And the ISAL. Scheduled for the 23rd. (14-14). And out of the timeout, LREI picks up where they left off. Stella providing the serving run. Delay here in play as the referees make sure they got the right score on the scoreboard. And the Knights have taken a 1-point advantage. It'll be a double hit called against Léman, who was looking good for a good 10 points or so. But now 7 straight by the Knights have given a 2-point lead. That's a big shot there by Léman to end the run. Here's another look. Strong swing in the middle by El Amatullah. And Maswell is the server for the Bulls. Maswell will set this one to the back row. It's Maya Henkin, beautifully done. One more look at Henkin. From the back row, beautiful swing to the near side. This is a great shot by Maya Henkin.
And her mom thinks so too.
And her mom certainly thinks so. Beautifully done from the back row, got it cross court. Maybe they set her up again. Instead, they'll go to the front row, and it's slammed down at the hands of the blocker from El Amatullah. Another good scramble here as Léman keeps the point alive. 16-16 and make it 17-16. The Knights back on the board and back in front by 1. very evenly played so far between these two schools. $17 apiece. The referees might change this up. You heard the initial cheers for Léman, but the violation called against the Bulls. And LREI has the point. 17-17, 18-17, the score. I believe that'll make it 19-17 in favor of LREI. I think the scoreboard here in the gym is a little confused. They've got the home team with 19. What you've got on your screen is correct. It's 19-17 in favor of the Knights here in set number one. Hinkin pops it into the air. Amatula over her head. Amatula again, blocked by a couple of LREI players. Great work by Léman, and Zora Hemmings showing some really good reaction time. Here's Hinkin, good feed. A little too strong from Amatula, makes it 20-17. Serve from Acadia. Hemmings bumps it right back to Maswell. Strong swing up the line. Amatula in a battle at the net, and it's won by Margaret of LREI. Also there for Léman was Catherine Harvey. And a timeout now called by Christina Pierre, 21-17. Took a quick audio break, and we'll come back for the resumption of this set. We'll come back here, 21-16 the score. Some recent highlights. Amatula, a good kill from the front row. And this was Maya Hinkin from the back row. She found some open space on the hardwood on the near side. But Léman's got some work to do here in set number one. Now down by 5 points. And LREI 4 away from a set one victory. They have to be a long free ball coming over from the Bulls. And into the net goes Margaret. One more look here. Margaret has been a very key part of LREI's season, and also here their game plan in this one. Kind of rare miss hit for her that time. Zora Hemmings with the serve for the Bulls. And a violation called on the Knights side. And Léman's not going away yet. Get one more look. Tough to tell where the violation occurred, but here's Hemmings going deep. And a free ball does just get over. Here's Hemmings coming up to bump. And Catherine Harvey gonna get the point for the Bulls. And Léman with a timeout called by head coach Christina Pierre. And an ace. Zora Hemmings to bring the Bulls within one. Still on serve. And it's now LREI who will call the timeout. 4 straight by Léman. Neither team wants to pull away with the win here in set number 1. It was a strong start for LREI, and then Léman came back and took a early lead, 7-5. Had as much as a 14-9 lead, did the Bulls, and LREI had a 21-16 lead just a couple moments ago. As we get a look at some recent replays, here's Margaret, who went into the net on this one. This was the recent run. It was 21-16, and Léman had a violation called against LREI on this one. It was a double hit against the Knights. And now here the ace from Zora Hemmings, who will be back on serve. Hemmings will be back on serve as they come out of this timeout looking to tie this set up at 1. Critical part in the match, with both teams having a set victory within reach. Amatullah with the stuff. And we get another look here. These are the two big-time players in the front row here in set number 1, and it's Amatullah who ties this one up at 21. 5 in a row now for Léman. Hemmings digs it on the far side, and then Maswell bumps it over deep. Maswell's first touch, and then Maswell plays it over free. The whistle will end play in favor of Léman, 22-21. We get another look at how this point ended. Into the net. (23-21). That's 7 points in a row for the Bulls. And Hemmings serve to the deep part of the court, 24-21. You cannot stop the Bulls here at the end of set number 1. That's 8 points in a row, and now 3 chances at set point. All with Hemmings at the service line. It's Maswell and Amatullah. Off the block and out of bounds, and LREI is alive. Just what they needed. Get one more look. It's Margaret on serve. And makes it 24-23. The Knights are fighting for their life here in set number 1. Good dig by Maswell. And Amatullah finds the donut, and Léman wins set number 1. One more look at Amatullah, who came on into the front row late for the Bulls and puts a strong performance together in the final moments of the first set, including the final hit over the net to give Léman a 25-23 win in set number 1. We will go to the second set here in this one. Léman leading LREI 1-0. And back we come here to the Morris Street Gym. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Joe Vasile alongside me, our director. Glad you're here with us. A beautiful fall afternoon in New York City. And an exciting volleyball match happening here between LREI and Léman. One thing about volleyball is if the play between the two teams is somewhat similar, it's almost always going to be exciting. And we had that in set number one. A 25-23 win for Léman, but it was close the entire time. Neither team with more than a 5-point advantage. The big run for the Bulls came at the end of that first set, 8 points in a row. And they were down 21-16. And now have a set in hand as we start the second frame. And Maswell does the honors and starts it with a Léman Bull point. Two aces in a row for Olivia Maswell. And here's a look at both of the aces. That was the first one. And we would get a look at the second one, but we want to get back to the live action here. 2-0. And it's Hemmings who loops it to the back row of LREI, and a whistle blows to make it 3-0. The Bulls taking the momentum that they had from the end of set number one into set number two. It's Olivia Maswell with another serve, and this time out of bounds. So a good strong start with Maswell behind the service line. We get another look at that second ace that she had. Three to two. Knights back on serve. And Stella does the honors. Amatola, who ended set number one, gets the kill here in set number two. Big presence in the front row for the Bulls, and they continue to feed her. And rewards head coach Christina Pierre with points, 4-2. And here is the junior in Zora Hemmings. Good news for Léman, as she was the one behind the service line when that 8-point run came for the Bulls at the end of set one, and she is 1 for 1 during this sequence with aces. And she put another one over here, spins it to the near side. It's Margaret who will rise, and had a good look at that one. Sailed it a little long. Hemmings has the strong, magical touch at the service line here in this one. 7-2. Here's another look at another ace. Fourth of the set. And this one may not go down as an ace, but a lift called against the Knights. And Hemmings, a machine, continues to put it in play. And it's 9-2. Largest lead of either set. Here's 7 points for the Bulls. And that one will fall out of bounds. Another good decision by the Bulls. Let that one drop on the near side. And Hemmings puts another one in play. It's Amatola who mistimed her jump. It doesn't matter as she's able to recover and tap it over the net. We get another look here. Jumped a little bit too early. Caught that ball as she was falling down to the ground. Put it in the right spot, 11-2. Amatola punches it over. And now we'll block it down. It'll stay in play as the Knights cannot get it over the net after it was defended. You might have heard a little pop in the microphones because the volleyball came over to our broadcast table and popped it right where it makes the noise. 11-2, 12-2 actually. And Zora Hemmings behind the service line has forced another timeout as the Bulls take a 13-2 advantage here in set number 2. Here's some highlights from the second set. It's been all Léman Bulls, and the story has primarily been the ability serving the ball for the Bulls and the inability for LREI to get it back over. Some miscommunication on some points. But mostly the credit to Léman. Amatola has had a couple of swings in the front row. And Zora Hemmings has not made a service error in a long, long time. She continues to put the ball in play. When you do that, good things happen. As we get a couple of looks at her recent serves. 10 points in a row here for the Léman Bulls. And pretty much all of them coming from the run coming with Hemmings from behind the service line, which was the story at the end of set number 1. And she will put us back in play out of the timeout. Amatola doing the blocking up front. Another stuff for number 12. El Amatola, the sophomore. As LREI gets an explanation, they're questioning something on the recent point, potentially whether Amatola made contact with the net. And there's that first service error that we've seen in a long time from Zora Hemmings. So 14-3, make it 14-4. They'll call a lift against Léman. Defense into offense for the Bulls. That was Catherine Moses who defended it and then put it right into the middle of the LREI court. Christina Pierre put some substitutions in as Matula comes out. Matula comes out, and in steps Emma Bektesevic to serve for the Bulls. She does put it in play. Overpass, comes back to the side of Léman. Fornari also back in there, so even though Amatula out, still good size for the Bulls. Good hustle by Léman, but the kill there for the Knights. Make it 15-5 here in set number 2. And it's Margaret on serve. Oh, beautifully done. That was a great serve. One of the better ones we've seen today. Up the line. And with good pace on it. Hemmings digs. And the swing will lead to a hit out of bounds by Catherine Moses. Off the ceiling, the Bulls had to try to play it over, and tough task there. As Margaret will get yet another serve with the score 15-8. LREI not going anywhere. A good stick of the hand by Fornari. It allows Léman to defend that hit from the Knights. Here's Fornari with a chance to swing and put it away. And once again, the Knights defend with grace this time. Here's Fornari, defended by Grace. Fornari stayed with it. And here's Grace with a touch off the block. Tapped back over. Great point here. And it'll end with a miss hit. Violation called against LREI, I believe. As one of the Knights made contact with the net. It looked like Léman was going to lose that point, but the violation will give a point to the Bulls instead. 16-9. Cross court and a tough angle that time for Grace. And she cut it a little bit tight. So here's Marissa Proenza. One more look at this recent swing into the net from Catherine Moses, the junior. And a service error will put service possession back into Léman's hands. Christina Pierre discussing something with the referee. Wants to make the substitutions. They're trying to confirm the legality of those substitutions. able to hear some of this explanation from the captains to the referees.
What happened? They called for the trainer. They didn't call for me to make the service. She was injured. You called for service. So they were out of position, so they should get the point. The team, basically, so they were serving. Yeah. They should get the point. She was out of position.
Taking you inside the huddle into the game here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And the referees going back and forth, and Christina Pierre's explanation ends up being satisfactory for the up judge, and the point is awarded to Léman. And the score is 18-10 after all of that, and Léman is on serve. It is Maya Henkin with a strong serve and an ace. Another look at the ace for Henkin. And a timeout called by LREI with the score 19-10 here in set number 2. Might have some recent replays to go back and look at, so we'll do just that. That was Amatola with the original block, led to a Léman point. There's Catherine Moses off the blocks. And this point went to Léman as well. And Amatola standing tall for the Bulls with another stuff. Two big bodies for the Bulls have been doing equally great work in Vittoria Fornari as well as El Amatola. And that was the recent ace provided by Maya Henkin. So Léman with a 1-0 lead in the match. A 19-10 lead here in set number 2. And the third serve for Maya Henkin. Henkin digs. It's Hemmings. And now Fornari, who bumps it up. Plays a little give and go and taps it over. Maswell runs it down on the far side. And Fornari with a chance to set it up and put it away, and that's what she does, 20-10. Good patience by Léman to pick the right spot to set it up and put it away. As that ball will sail out of bounds and put service back on LREI's hands. 20-12. Service from Alexa of the Knights. And Acadia, who's able to get it over, but just out of bounds. So now it puts Fornari on serve. Junior middle blocker and middle hitter. Here comes Amatula back into the game for the Bulls. So a big lineup with both Fornari and Amatula on the floor. But Fornari's serve goes into the net. Solid point there from LREI, coming all the way to the near side to save the point was Stella. And the Knights within 7, 21-14. And we'll take a quick audio break during this timeout. Back we come with a 21-14 score here in set number 2. Make it 22-14. Here in this ISAL matchup between Léman and LREI. It's Olivia Maswell on serve for the Bulls. And Maswell will get credit for an ace as Léman inches closer towards a second set victory. Won the first 25-23. Here's the Knights trying to defend that serve, but too much to handle from Maswell, who will do the honors yet again. It's a strong running start and a lefty swing from the back row for the Knights. Here's Amatola, who's set up, and a pinball's on the Knights side before it comes back over. They'll try it again with Amatola. And once again, LREI wasn't fooled. Good defense there by the Knights to make it 23-15. Still got a lot of work to do here in set number 2. Stella on serve. Shallow serve, and it's a good one for LREI. Couple in a row now. Just over the net. Here's Amatula. Point still alive. Gonna set up Hemmings. And it will be a Knights point. Double hit on the Léman side, 23-18. And the Knights, a strong run here late in the set. Get one more look here. Strong play in the front. Margaret got the block. And once again, the team who leads towards the end of the set is not finishing the set easy, as in the last set it was 21-16 in favor of LREI. That's when Léman went on an 8-point run. And here Léman was up 23-12. 7 in a row now for the Knights. And they have all of the momentum. Well, Léman has the timeout called. They just need 2 more points to take a commanding 2-0 lead in the match. Will be Knights serve out of the timeout, and still with Stella behind the service line. Have to be a free ball. It's Margaret with a strong swing. And off the net, the Bulls can't play it. And the Knights are within 3. Out of system, the Bulls once again cannot recover. That's 9 in a row for the Knights. A side out desperately needed by Léman. Matola blocked back. Another chance at it up front. And LREI within 1. Great touch there from Sophie of LREI. And that's now 10 in a row by the Knights. They're 1 point from tying this up. And 3 away from tying the matchup. Oh, off the ceiling and down, a tough ricochet here at the Morris Street Gym. It goes off the metal bar that's gone along the ceiling. And took an awkward ricochet right back down to the wood. And now LREI has 12 points in a row, and now a set point here in the second. Margaret calls for it. And Margaret will finish the second set, 13 in a row by the Knights of LREI. And this match is tied at 1. We get one more look. Just too much to handle in the back for Catherine Moses. And we split the first 2 sets. We'll go to the third set here from Morris Street Gym. It is Léman 1 and LREI 1 here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Start of set number 3. Bulls and Knights live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Strong resilience from LREI in set number 2. After the same could be said for Léman in set number 1. So 25-23 Léman in set 1, 25-23 LREI in set 2.
Let's go, Bulls!
And it's a best of 3 match from here on out. And we're off and running here in set number 3. Ball will go out of bounds. We'll see if LREI can take the momentum that they had from the end of set number 2 here into the beginning of set 3. That's what we saw Léman do after set 1 and into the beginnings of set 2. And that ball will just go out of bounds off the arms of Amatula. And it's a 2-0 LREI lead. Whistle before this ball was hit. They will give the point to Léman. It's Olivia Maswell who did well to get it over. Get one more look at it. Not sure if I called the violation officially there or not. It will be Maswell to serve here for the Bulls. And the sophomore puts it in play. Ooh, flat-footed, strong swing into the net from Acadia of LREI. And Maswell will get another swing from the service line. Good deep serve. Amatula with the slam. One more look. Amatula right in the middle. And a layup for her to slam it down. 3 in a row for the Bulls. 4 in a row for the Bulls. Maswell with the ace. Up the line, Maswell's serve is defended this time. Now she's setting, and Amatula punches it deep. Amatula with her left arm, that should be a double hit against her. And it is. Serve from Acadia. It's Margaret with time to line it up, and Amatula with a beautiful stuff of the dangerous LREI middle blocker. Amatula again. Looming large in the front row for the Bulls. That time denying Alexa. Run continues for Léman, 7-3. And the Bulls have regained their footing here in the third. point will go to LREI. Violation against the Bulls. It's Amatula putting it down, and wow, on the ground. It was a good effort there from Acadia, but the lift is called, and Amatula with another kill. And as Léman sides LREI out, Amatula will step out of the game. And the new server looks like is going to be Emma Bektesevic. And she will get the ball and put it in. Eight to 5, third set. Referee talking over at the scorer's table, making sure the rotations are in order, making sure the score is correct as well. We've seen the scoreboard change a couple times in the last few moments. Right now, it said 7 to 6, just said 8 to 5 a moment ago. We'll confirmation on the correct score here in a moment. It's Fornari. Be Sophie on serve for LREI. The score now 7 to 7. Again, the scores table trying to figure out what the right one is here at this point in the third set. Here's Fornari with a strong swing, but right into the grasp of Margaret in the back row. I'll try it with Fornari again. This time she taps it over for a point. Good presence from Victoria Fornari as we get one more look. The setup from the near side. And the assist to Catherine Harvey, who will take a step out and get subbed in for Marissa Proenza, the freshman, lone freshman on the roster. More discussion at the scorer's table with the rotations. So a little built-in timeout for both teams. And while we have a moment, we can see some recent points on the replay. Nice ace there from Léman. And here was the stuff from Amatula off of Margaret. Not once, but twice, Amatula was able to wreak some havoc in the front row. And then this was Fornari with the little tap over the net and was able to fall in play. So they now have the score at 9 to 8 in favor of Léman. Still trying to figure out some procedural things over there at the scorer's table. Has been a pretty relatively lengthy volleyball match so far. A lot of long points, good defense from both teams. And of course, when you split sets, the match extends a little longer as well. And some procedural issues a couple of times in each set as well. All right, so it looks like we're close to figuring out the most recent issue. And again, they were having some issues with the score, and I think that's probably what this long break was for, to make sure the right one is on the scoreboard. And you could hear the referee confirm that 9-8 is the correct score, as we are off and running here as Léman looks for point number 10. Fornari with the block. Another look. It's either Fornari or Amatullah in the front row. Good recipe for the Bulls. And so is that. An ace from Proenza. Hemmings able to keep it alive. Good footwork. And Léman manages the free ball across. Fornari got a hand on it. I credit Grace of LREI with the kill. Puts Alexa on serve. Another serve from Alexa. Hemmings fights it all. And a little bit of frustration from Catherine Moses as her swing goes into the net for the second point in a row. All ones on the scoreboard. 1-1 in the match. 11-11 here in set number 3. And Léman able to get back on the board, 12-11. Catherine Moses from behind the service line. Near side, out of bounds. An error will got us up at a dozen. It's Fornari, who didn't have the angle to slam it down, instead had to punch it deep, and it does work to her advantage. And a Léman point. Fornari will rotate back to serve. Here comes Amatullah into the front row. And the serve short. So here's Stella for LREI. It's Maswell for Hinkin. And now it's Amatullah, the hit to the back. And Margaret. Good work by Leela Yang to keep it alive, and then Hemmings gets it deep and over for a Léman point. Good scrambling from Léman yet again. And the Bulls retake a slight advantage here in set 3. It's going to come down to those high pressure points again towards the end of the set. Ace for Léman, Maswell. Make it 15-14. And the substitution as Proenza will rotate off. And Catherine Harvey comes into the front. Hemmings, Amatullah in the front row, but they won't need to be used on this point as Maswell has a beautiful ace, as you see on the replay. 2-point advantage for the Bulls. Hemmings goes cross court and deep. Maswell runs this one down. Amatullah has to battle as the pass was a little tight to the net from Catherine Harvey. So LREI takes service over. It's Acadia with Yang on the dig. Amatullah with a chance to put it away. And she will the second time. Another stuff for L. And here's Hemmings. Ball will fall just a little bit deep. Margaret serve. Lila Yang with the dig. Maswell bumps it for Catherine Harvey. Yang, Maswell, and Yang now. Good touch from Maswell. It's Amatullah who will get it over just in bounds. And Hemmings, another great dig and a lead to an Amatullah slam home. Beautiful point by Léman, a long one that ends with a great sequence here. You saw the defense from Hemmings, more great reaction from her, and then Amatullah with it on a tee to put it home. Violation against Léman on the serve. Only 1 point separating the teams. Nobody claiming the clear momentum here in the third set quite yet. Maswell fights it off. It'll be Fornari who cannot get it over. Tough angle there, and we're tied at 18. It's Sophie with the service error. Proenza is denied by the top of the tape. So service errors on both teams. And still no separation as we climb towards the latter stages of the third set. Alexa's serve goes into the net. Catherine Moses, good serve from Moses, an ace. And Léman with a 2-point advantage late. One more look at the serve. And another chance for Moses. Gets this one deep. It'll be Fornari with a chance to put it away. Good defense as the ball comes right back across. And now Fornari plays it over free. Maswell with a dump attempt, and it was a great one. Great presence of mind there by Maswell. As you saw, there was Fornari waiting for that ball to be set up. And instead, Maswell sensed the open spot on the other side of the court and found a way to get it there. So the timeout is called by LREI with the score 22-19. Of course, the night's not going to go anywhere. If you remember back to the end of set number 2 when they were down 23-12 and won the set 25-23. Let's look at some replays here, some recent points. The ace here from Léman. That was Maswell, who's had a nice set. It was 17-17, then 18-18, then 19-19, and then recently Léman on a 3-point run, and now 3 away from taking a lead in set number. Taking a 3-point lead. They're going to take the match lead if they have the win here in this third set. Double hit on the LREI side. So now 2 away are the Bulls. Catherine Moses punches it deep. Margaret fights it all. And now Fornari. Good defense from Alexa. And now Margaret shoves it to the Léman side. Fornari again. This time she puts it away. And Léman's got set point. Fornari coming alive. Fornari. Maswell keeps it alive high in the air. And a double hit called against Léman. They will have 4 more chances at set point here in the third. It's Hemmings, and she's blocked back. And the Knights, backs against the wall, win a couple of points. This one from Margaret with the stuff. 24-21. Bumped over by Maswell. Set up Margaret. Block in the front row. Maswell now for Hemmings. Tough angle. Had to reach behind her to score that point, and now a timeout called by Christina Pierre with her team just needing one more point to take a 2-1 match lead. Some recent points. This is that dump by Maswell, which made it 22-19. And then Fornari with a good looking swing. And Hemmings, who was blocked by Margaret, as LREI has won 3 in a row on Léman's set point. It's Fornari who's blocked. Maswell there to bail her out, and then Fornari almost ended it. Good scramble from LREI, and then it goes into the net, and that's how the set ends. Léman escapes with a set 3 victory, 25-22, and this is how it did come to an end. On this hit on the LREI side, but a good sequence there from Fornari in the front to lead to the Bulls' point, and now a 2-1 match lead. We will go to the 4th set. It's Léman 2, LREI 1 here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. And back we come here for the start of set number 4 with Léman leading LREI 2-1. Here in this ISAL battle, Independent School Athletic League. Léman with the first set win, 25-23. LREI matched them with that same score in the second set. Léman outlasting LREI 25-22 in the most recent set, and an ace to start here in set number 4. Olivia Maswell with the ace here, and a good dipping serve right in front of Alexa for LREI. And once again, it's a good deep serve that will turn into another Léman point to start. And we get one more look. So 2 in a row for Maswell. Amatula. Now it's Amatula again. It's Hankin who kept it alive, and her pass into the front row came right back to her. So Léman will drop a point there, make it 2-1. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Joe Vasile on the camera, on the replays, on everything else. And the Bulls now with a 3-1 lead. As Emma Bektesevich and now Margaret shoves it down. Amatula plays it deep for Léman. And it's Sophie who played it over for LREI. Amatula got some help from the top of the tape. And Lily Yang with a control dig this time. Maswell's pass is little tight for the near side hitter and Catherine Moses. 3-2. Moses loops it deep. It's Margaret with her left hand. And Margaret who taps it down for a point. New face for Léman as Sarah Hoitzma will come into the game for Christina Pierre's team. She'll go behind the service line. Maswell with the set, Fornari with the swing and the kill. Good offense there from the Bulls. And Sarah Hoitzma with another serve. Shallow and into the open floor for a clean ace. And that time miss hit, but a good run with her behind the service line. A couple points in a row for Léman. It's now Margaret. picks up the Léman player in the back row. That was Emma Bektesevic. And Lila Yang just gets it across. A little touch in the front row of LREI, and then it falls down. And coming in to serve will be Marissa Proenza for the Bulls, leading 2-1 in the match. That one falls in play. Eight to 6. And this will be Sophie. Eight to 7, and Sophie just gets it over to tie this up at 8. Early stages of set 4. Great serve there. Margaret fights it off for LREI. And then Léman out of sorts on their side. So puts Alexa on serve. Fornari. Margaret's there. She'll start the sequence for the Knights. And a battle won at the net by LREI. Off the pole that's going across the ceiling. And a tough ricochet that time for Léman. You saw the velocity on that ball coming from the ceiling, and a timeout call by Christina Pierre with the score 12-9 in favor of LREI. Here in set number 4. Take a quick audio break. We'll come back with more here on the Play by Play Sports Network. Knights with a 3-point advantage here in set 4. A must-win set number 4 if you're LREI. And out of the timeout, the serve goes into the net from Alexa. Will bring Fornari to the service line. Amatula checks back into the front row for Léman. This will be Grace on serve for the Knights. Amatula taps it down. Defense from the Knights. Amatula got a touch on this one. And now will be set up to hit it. And she'll have to underhand it over. Now she taps it back. And deep it comes on the Léman side. It'll be Hemmings up the line. Margaret plays it free. Hemmings the first touch for Léman this time. And Amatula had her hit slowed up from the top of the tape. It'll be Hemmings this time. Long point. And it'll end with Margaret beating Amatula. Another point for Léman. Good work in the front row by Olivia Maswell that time. Keeping the ball alive a couple of different times. And the Bulls within 3 here in set 4. Speaking of Olivia Maswell, she goes to the service line. Maswell gets it deep, and it's good for an ace. Another ace. Léman within 1 here, 14-13. Great serve from Maswell. Léman almost turned it into a point. Scramble there from LREI. Now it's Amatula who hits the curtain that's hanging over the net. One thing about New York gyms is space is always at a premium. That was the ace a couple points ago. And this time an ace for the Knights. Back on top by 3, 16-13. That's Henkin. And then Yang. And another LREI point. It's Margaret who finds the paint on the far side. Here's Stella. Yang fights it off. Hemmings chased it down. And the free ball from the Bulls. Double hit on the LREI side. An ace for Hemmings. Well, it looked like it was going to be. Took a ricochet off a couple of LREI faces to get back over the net. And now the Bulls look to set up their offense, and they'll finish it with a good old-fashioned kill. It's Amatula. Strong swing. to the far side. A kill from Catherine Moses. And back in comes Sarah Hoitzma. It's Margaret standing flat-footed. And Fornari. Strong hit from Fornari. And another look at it here. Hoitzma with the start of the sequence with the serve over the net. Now it's Maswell for Fornari, and she rises, cannot get it over. The Knights looking to extend this match to a 5th. It's Moses. And now Hemmings starting the run for Léman. Fornari playing tall, denied that ball back. And Yang runs it down for the Bulls. And a big stuff up front for a couple of Knights, including Grace. It's 20-18, and LREI on serve with Margaret. Goes up the line. Moses dug it up. And a free ball over, and it's beautifully done. Into open floor for the Bulls. Like Fornari there over her head. Another stoppage here as the scorer's table gets another talking to. Making sure that the score is correct again. We've had a couple of inaccuracies throughout the match. Now they're going through the last couple of points to make sure that the score is right here. It's 18-20 according to the scoreboard currently, and Léman will be on serve with Marissa Proenza. So they've got that figured out, and Proenza ready to play it over. That'll sail in the front row off the arms of Fornari. And Sophie makes it 22-18. Here comes Carolyn to serve for LREI. Serves it over underhand. It's Fornari who's got the kill. Good serve received by Léman. And Fornari with time to set it up, blasts it past Margaret. Timeout called by Léman, 23-19. The team down by 4. And Christina Pierre hoping that her team can make a run out of the timeout. We'll see if they can here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We'll take a quick audio break. Alexa on serve. And now 5 chances at set point for the Knights. And barring a big run by Léman with their backs against the wall here in the 4th. Looking like we're headed to a 5th set to determine the winner. Scramble here from LREI. It's Fornari who cannot put it away. Fornari gets another swing, and this time does put it away. And Léman wins the long point and gets to 20 here in the 4th. Double hit on LREI. No room for error for Léman here in the 4th. They need to win 3 in a row at least to keep it alive, and they do get an ace there from Fornari. And a timeout will be called by the Knights. Been a similar story in each of the sets so far, with the difficulty for both of the teams when they have a chance to close out a set, putting the other team away, the momentum shifting back and forth at the end of sets, and most recently it's Léman who's making a push. Here's Fornari, who got a recent kill. It was Hemmings setting, and it was Fornari again with a kill, and recently an ace from Vittoria. 3 in a row for Léman, and now 24-22 with Fornari still at the service line, and LREI looking for 1 point to send it to a 5th. Amatula puts it over. It's Grace who has to bump it back. And Hemmings. It'll be Fornari to start the sequence here for Léman. Amatula. puts it away for the Bulls. LREI did all they could there in the back row. And with a second timeout in her back pocket, head coach for LREI calls it. It's 24-23. With 4 points in a row now scored by the Bulls here at the end of the fourth set. 3 more in a row, it would be the end of the match. And you can hear Léman in the background here. They are pumped up, their energy high, feeling good. Looking to extend this fourth set. It'll still be Fornari on serve. And she plays it deep. It gets past Margaret. And LREI does defend. Free ball over from Léman. It's Grace, punches it deep. Hemmings cross court. Stella puts it high in the air, deflection, and that'll end set number 4. 25-23 in the fourth, and we are heading to a 5th set to determine the winner of LREI in Léman here from the Morris Street Gym. So we'll be back here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network for the 5th and final deciding set. Here it's Independent School Athletic League Volleyball here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Fifth and final set here between Léman and LREI. 2-2, and as close as it gets between these two schools. 25-23 in the first, 25-23 in the second. Léman winning the first, LREI winning the second. Léman winning the third, 25-22. And LREI with a 25-23 win in set number 4. 2-point wins in 3 of the 4 sets, and a 3-point win in the other one. Fifth set to 15. And it'll be a lift called against LREI. Simon Rosenwasser here with you on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Joe Vasile, our director. Hard-fought volleyball match, and it continues into the 5th with an ace for the Bulls. This is the serve from Maswell, Olivia. A sophomore setter and right side player for Léman. Maswell punches it, and it's kept alive by LREI, and then a deflection by the Bulls will go out of bounds for a Knights point. 3-1 after the service error. Serve here from Zora Hemmings. Just saw her ace. She's been a big contributor for Léman behind the service line. It seems like every time she's there, the Bulls have been able to go on a run offensively, though that time it's her error that will side the Bulls out. Amatula will not get a chance to swing. A double hit called against the Bulls. So it's Acadia on serve. Amatula slams it home. And a look at the serve receive here from the Bulls. As well for Amatula. And Léman with the 5-3 lead here in set number 5. Sarah Hoitzma puts it over. Margaret, too strong. Seven to 3. Hoitzma with another serve after LREI couldn't handle this one on the replay. Hoitzma needs to play it over long and free, but no dice. And it's 7-4. Margaret on serve. And Margaret with the ace. Just asking some of the Léman faithful to get out of the serving area so Margaret can safely put it over, and she does. And LREI within one now. That was Grace in the front row for the Knights. And now Margaret with a ball that goes out of bounds. No deflection by Léman. It was just a straight whiff, and it fell out of bounds. You can see Margaret right here talking with the up judge, saying that that ball was deflected. But the referee did not see it that way. It was just a strong serve, and one that gives Léman an 8-6 lead as they switch sides of the floor. Serve is over and in play for an ace. 9-6. Léman's got the ace this time from Marissa Proenza. Margaret has been very vocal with the up judge here. That ball was clearly inbounds. And now Proenza will have another serve. Advantage for Léman here in set 5. And Proenza continues the run. Good hard serving from Marissa Proenza. And Léman's got a 10-6 advantage. Substitutions for LREI, and Carolyn comes in to serve. Her team down by 3. And she plays it over with an underhand, and it works to her advantage. Yang digs it up. It's Fornari with 2 hands. And an overpass right down to Fornari, who knows what to do with it. Catherine Moses' serve will go out of bounds, too deep. 3-point advantage for Léman and 3 away from the match. After this swing goes into the net. Fornari. Good effort there from Maya Henkin. LREI within 2. It's Grace to serve. As well for Amatula. As well for Proenza. Chase down. And into the net from LREI, and it's 13-10. And a timeout called by LREI. The Knights down 13-10 here in the 5th. Here's some of the recent points. Good run at the cervix line with Marissa Proenza there. There's one of the aces. Here's another. And another Fornari kill at the front row. And a big presence for Léman. And then the recent miss hit by LREI. Not once, but twice. This one went into the net as well. And Léman now 2 away from the match. Léman looking to improve to 5-4. LREI looking to improve to 4-4. Olivia Maswell with the deep serve and almost ate up the Knights in the back row. As well, now setting, Amatula cannot finish. As the Knights play it back across. Amatula again, and this one sails out of bounds. Near side, did not nick the line. It's 13-11, and the Knights will have it on serve with Stella. Hemmings comes into the crowd, cannot save it. And a timeout now from Christina Pierre, 13-12. As we are down to the nitty-gritty here in set number 5. We'll come back with the final few points as this one is still up for grabs here in the 5th set. Timeout over. And back to volleyball with Stella on serve. And Yang unable to get it in play. Miscommunication on the serve receive. 3 in a row for LREI. It's 13 apiece. And Yang comes over. Léman lucky this time to get it over. It's Yang as well. And now Amatula looping it deep, and it does enough to give Léman set point and match point. One more look. Here's a look at that recent kill from Amatula. And back to live action. It is match point, but a whistle before the hit. And we will do it again as it's a quick last-minute substitution there by Léman. So they'll get another chance at match point here with Zora Hemmings at the service line. They've won a lot of points with her behind there. Margaret puts it over. Maswell, Harvey, and then Moses played it over free. It's Margaret who has a chance to rise, but Amatula ends the game. 15-13 in set number 5, and Léman Manhattan outlast the LREI Knights to win their final home game in the regular season. One more look at the final point, and fitting that Amatula in the front row is the one who ends it as the Léman Bulls win a hard-fought match. So that will do it for our coverage here from Léman Manhattan. A long, hard-fought match between Léman and LREI, and Léman wins it 3-2, 25-23. They won the first, 25-22. They won the second, and then the third one, or the fifth set, they won 15-13. That'll do it for us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. For Joe Basile, our director and camera operator, I'm Simon Rosenwasser. And we'll see you next time for more athletics here from Léman Manhattan. This has been a presentation of the Play-by-Play Sports Network. So long, everyone.